All right, we're back. We are having some web issues here. So I'm changing devices, and hopefully we can keep this rolling. All right. Let's see if we've got any visitors coming to this one now. So we are having some web connectivity issues where I am. I don't know why at 5 in the morning we'd be having web connectivity issues, but there are. So I am on my phone, and my mic is going to doesn't connect to my phone. So let's see if we can keep this rolling, okay? This will be a very intimate little session with me and you guys. All right, so let me know. Just keep letting me know if you can hear me, okay? Let me come a bit closer. Okay, so what we're going to do here. So we're here, and we're coming up like so. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if you can at least hear me, okay? This is my fancy new phone. So hopefully everything is going to work nicely here. Okay, so just give me a few little thumbs up or a little bit of love here, and let me know that you can see me. So we're coming to here. Okay, good. So we're good. Great. Okay. All right, perfect. So now we're here. Pelvis is level, yeah? And, okay, and we're going to just kind of gently move this way and this way. Yeah? Okay, so the aim here, this is actually kind of nice being so much closer, hey, to the camera, is what the aim here is that we're moving here, and then like moving to my between my knee, my ankle, and my hips. But before we do that, actually, I want you to play around with this leg bone. So you can actually see how my leg bone is moving in the hip socket. Like you can see the leg moving, right? If I have my hand here, you can see that moving. And so now some of you might not have that happen, right? So just get a feel for what's there. Try not to force something that's not there. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of movement. So it's kind of looking a little like Warrior 2-ish, but not. But it's when you look at Warrior 2, you're here, right? That's the Warrior 2 motion. Same idea. We're just doing it higher up. Okay. Now, again, what's really easy, since there can be so much like physical as well as esoteric fogginess and limitation in through here, notice what you do further up the chain and up by your neck and your shoulders as you're doing the movement. I remember doing some stuff with my hips, and as I was finishing my practice, it really dawned on me how I was becoming aware of a fog that was lifting, and I didn't even know the fog had been present in the first place, which can sometimes be what the practice is like, right? Like you start to come into areas of your body that you weren't aware that you weren't even aware of. Like your awareness was very conscious already. But then as you became more aware, it was like, whoa, I didn't even know I was unaware. So it's not like, okay, let me stop there. That might be a lot there. There, and then come into standing, get a feel there. Okay? Come back to this side. So it's not like we get to a level of awareness and we're done. No. I mean, as I'm in my 40s, I suspect my awareness is going to continue to grow. It's going to have to grow as I continue through to my 50s and onward, right? Okay, so now from here, find the position between your leg, your foot, and your hip. Okay, and now let's play around with some movement here. Yeah? So again, notice what you're doing here. It's so easy to grip through the ribs. I was recently working with a power lifter in one of my 3-month 1-to-1 series she had a ton of QL pain and could not figure out how she was compensating. That's a little mosquito that's hanging around me. And one of the big things that we uncovered with her was that her T-spine was super, super limited. And when she freed that up, a lot of the QL pain basically vanished. So she could see that correlation really strongly. Now, how does that happen? For a lot of people that I've seen, they just tend to have this like kind of grip through the ribs. So notice, like, you might think, oh yeah, I'm going really far. Like, I can do this, but now come up further up the chain. Can you really? What's happening with your integrity up through your neck or through your upper shoulders or even behind your head or even in through the front, like in the breastbone area, in your armpits? I'm not saying that there's something to go dig for. I'm just saying be aware. It's just very, 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 very fascinating. Yeah? Okay. So now bring that down. Particularly when you've got issues that are unresolved, right? Because there's something that you're unaware of. Like there's something. I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but pretty much that. When I work with people, we find something. Okay, now we're going to play around with Warrior 2. So let's bring ourselves into that position. Okay? And now start to play around with that movement. Now notice, I'm betting that as you rotate that leg bone and place that foot down, your pelvis is a bit more level this time. Yeah? Because this is what can happen, is that the as we rotate that leg and then place the foot, because we don't have whatever it is through the chain, this can happen. Okay, but anyway, I digress. Let's play around, place the hand on the outer thigh, and now just kind of play around here. A well-functioning body surrenders upward. It doesn't resist the collapsing downward. Let me say that again. A well-functioning body surrenders upward. It does not resist the collapse going downward. Yeah? Okay, now let's go to the other side. So the thing is that what we need to play with then is we really need to play with how these legs are functioning while at the same time, what is our rib cage and our neck and our shoulders and all that doing. And in particularly in a time like this with COVID, and just with the uncertainty of the fall and all the other things that are opening or closing, or some of my American friends who might be sheltering in place all over again, right? There's a lot of uncertainty, and just notice where and how you hold that uncertainty, right? Or the concern about the uncertainty, yeah? Just notice where you hold it. Okay, good. Okay, now come back up. All right, now come into standing. All right, now step one leg back into a lunge. Again, feel your feet again, the 3 points of your feet. And if you've got your heel up in this lunge, you're going to feel just the forefoot. But in your mind, feel the heel as well, the center of the heel. And now you're here. Good. Okay, bring your hands together under your chin. And now let's do a little rotation. And maybe a little fall. Good. And then come on back. Okay, and then do it again. Good. Okay, now come back and let's do the other side. I'm going to come a bit closer. For those of you who are coming into this video, we had a Wi-Fi blow up. So I'm on my phone now. And then we're going to come into a twist. Good. Feel the feet. Be aware of your pelvis. Be aware of your ribs. Matthew Sanford is a yoga teacher out of Minneapolis. And I once heard him speak at a yoga conference. And he talked about how, for him, he became paralyzed in an accident when he was 13. And he talked about having disconnection with his body, like instantaneous. For the rest of us, it's like an IV drip of disconnection. So a lot of this practice is about reconnecting and reconfiguring and gaining that integrity. So now feel what that feels like. Okay, let's come up onto our toes and then down. 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 Now, just in case you were gripping a bit up through here, let's do some of these here. So we're just moving through. This is the articulating joint. Right? Watch that we're not kind of coming forward onto our feet and reaching our chest forward. It's just a movement through the arm, those shoulder joints, yeah? And then flip the hands and do the same thing. Good. And then flip. Good. And then again. So it's exhale, 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 just like that. Good? Perfect. Okay, and then arms come down. Lovely. So now we're here. Let's come back to the chair and let's just have a seat. And notice what you feel. And what I'd love for you to do today, if you're joining me here, it's now 5:30 here. If you're joining me here today at this time, as you go about your day, notice what it is that you feel through your legs and through your hips. Don't be surprised if there's other stuff that starts to bubble up as things start to release and things start to reintegrate. But just notice, just become aware a little bit more about how things feel and what's going on. Yeah? Have a really, really great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.